正解。
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 113, Indirect Kiss. Shen Miao's heart was uneasy and she could no longer stand here and get entangled with the Shen family, so she did not turn her head at all as she quickly headed back to her room. Outside, Shen Gui and entourage had watched enough commotion, and wanted to inquire more about the matter, so the crowd quickly dispersed. Shen Yu followed Chen Rikayu and there was a trace of joy on her face. Yesterday when she heard that Consort Dong Shu saw Shen Miao and Luo Zuyan, Shen Yu's heart was very restless. Consort Dong Shu was Prince Ding's consort mother, and if one won Consort Dong Shu's favor, what if strings were anyhow pulled together? Fortunately, from today's event, it was the first household that encountered a mishap. Thinking of that, Shen Yu's footsteps were more lighter and relaxed. It was Shen Dongling whose hands Wan Yingyang was holding, who looked thoughtfully at the courtyard and followed back in. The huge western courtyard was emptied in the flash of a moment that even Oz also followed Shen Zin's guards back to the Shen family army. Emperor Wenhua suddenly summoned him to the palace and naturally confined the Shen family army. Fortunately, Mo King was still present, mainly because Mo King was still not in the name list of the Shen family army's register. In the room, Jings, Gu Yu, Beilu and Xuanzhong all stood behind Shen Miao while Mo King stood at attention by the door with a serious expression. Even though Shen Dongling said that perhaps Emperor Wenhua was continue rewarding Shen Zin, everyone knew that it was not possible. Shen Miao sat in front of the table with a tight frown, but this made Mo King's heart a little comforted. He was initially worried that Shen Miao would be nervous and helpless after knowing of the matter, and would be confused as to what to do. But now he was seeing that even though Shen Miao had a dark look on, she was not nervous at all. Shen Miao looked at the personal letter in front of her. The Shen family was eliminated by Fu Ziyu in one swoop, and at that time she also tried to block, but Fu Ziyu stated the individual count of the Shen family's offenses in front of entire court of officials and made her speechless. Even though she knew that everything was false, with the evidence of these falsifications, it rendered those refusals powerless. On that day in the Golden Throne Hall, every single moment was like a chisel that cut deep into her heart. That condemnation report of the Shen family was in accordance to the time period and said on a daily basis. Now that it is the 69th year of Ming Qi, and she was reborn on the 68th year of Ming Qi, in the thing that Shen Yuan gave Fu Ziyu, the offense must definitely be something that happened before the 68th year of Ming Qi. What were the charges of the Shen family before the 68th year of Ming Qi? Shen Miao closed her eyes and some footage appeared in her mind. She was wearing the imperial robes of the Empress, and even the entire head of phoenix hairpins could not cover her sad condition. The entire court of officials was aroused. Pei Lang was indifferent and Fu Ziyu furiously threw the report at her face. There was a civil official reading. In the 68th year of Ming Qi, the Shen family's officers defied the emperor's command, secretly released the traitorous bandits and lied to the monarch. Secretly released the traitorous bandits, lied to the monarch. Shen Miao suddenly opened her eyes. She suddenly remembered that in the 68th year of Ming Qi, there was indeed a matter that happened. Shen Zin resisted the Xirongs and won 3 city moats, and Emperor Wenhua commanded that everyone in the city was to be killed without pardon. To a general, massacring a city was the most brutal form of contribution, and in the city of Xirong, other than the soldiers, most of the people were elderly, womenfolk and children. These elderly and weak womenfolk and children were as innocent as the commoners of Ming Qi, and the ones at fault were only the soldiers of Xirong. Shenzin was not one who loved to kill, so secretly he kept the lives of those womenfolk and children. Other than the Shen family's army, no one else knew of the matter, and moreover everyone in the Shen family army was brought up by Shenzin, so there was no reason to betray Shenzin. Among them, there must be some spies from Shen Yuan. Perhaps very early on, Shen Yuan had buried a few chess pieces in the Shen family's army. It was because after the crown prince was disposed that all the offenses of the Shen family were laid bare, so this lying to the monarch offense was not that important. However, to Fu Ziyu, who was always composed, to bring this up before the time was ripe, could only mean that Fu Ziyi had already felt the danger in the current situation, and the Shen family had become a variable in this lifetime because she and Fu Ziyi were not entangled. He did not hold Emperor Wenhui back and kept the Shen family for a few years, thus the imperial family eyes finally landed on the Shen family, this piece of fat meat. Therefore the evidence that Shen Yuan gave to Fu Ziyi should be that Shen Xin's offense of not acting according to Emperor Wenhui's command of massacre. The matter could be said to be big or small. It was just that in this current situation the imperial family was bent on recalling the Shen family's military power. So how would they let go of this opportunity? This matter became much trickier. Shen Miao clenched her fists and slowly calmed down her emotions. Currently it was not the worst situation. Even though the imperial family had the intention to deal with the Shen family, they only wanted to reclaim the military power. The Fu family was very cunning and would not touch the Shen family, as it would inevitably cause dissatisfaction with other aristocratic families. What did one have to do at this time? The few people in the room all saw the uncertain look in Shen Miao's expression and were puzzled in their heart. But then they saw that Shen Miao suddenly stood up and said, "I want to take a trip out of the residence." Ah! Gu Yu was surprised. "Young lady, it will be unavoidable for others to talk about it if one were to leave the residence at such a time. How about the family have met with misfortune and one is frustrated, thus one head out to a friend's house for some relief?" Shen Miao's gaze turned cold. "Leave." Mo King naturally had no objection with Shen Miao's decision. Moreover, he was committed in heart and soul to Shen Miao, and knew that she had her own reasoning. Thus upon seeing Shen Miao ask such, his heart was much more settled and only said, "This subordinate will go and arrange." Seeing Mo King like this, Jings and Gu Yu no longer spoke, and let Bei Lu and Xuanzhong remain in the residence to wait for news as they went out with Shen Miao. Naturally Shen Miao's actions attracted the discussion of the residence's people, and when one came to inquire, it was only said that she went out to look for Feng and Ning. Feng and Ning was considered Shen Miao's friend, and since the Shen family's first household had a mishap, it was naturally for Shen Miao to go to Feng and Ning's to complain. Thus no one obstructed. After leaving the doors of the residence, Mo King led the carriage towards the direction of the Feng residence. When going through a small alley and confirming that there was no one following, Shen Miao then said, "Go to Su residence." Su residence? Gu Yu was surprised for a moment. Which Su residence? The Count of Pingnan family, Su Yu residence. Mo King, who was outside, was very familiar with the roads of the Ding capital, and knew clearly which nobles' residence were located where. There was no need to ask for directions as he turned the horse around and headed to another direction. Jings and Gu Yu wanted to ask but dared not, as they knew that Shen Miao naturally had her own idea. But even them servants knew that in the court, the Shen family surmised to have an enemy. The Marquis of Linen's Zi family and the Count of Pingnan's Su family were aunts on the same boat. Thus naturally the Su family and the Shen family were incompatible like fire and water. The Shen family suffered a misfortune, so why would that side come to help? But most likely it was not asking the other for help. Jings and Gu Yu had uneasy thoughts. In the residence of the Count of Pingnan, Su Mingfeng was in the room and there was someone else sitting down at the moment. The person was clad in a purple gold glamorous robe and had a lazy and casual smile on the face. It was instead Su Mingfeng who had a look of anxiousness. "What is going on? Why did you request for commander?" "It is too boring in the Ding capital, so one will go to the Northern King to play," Zi Jingxing said. "Play?" Su Mingfeng looked at him and anger surfaced on his usually elegant and calm face. "Do you know what kind of place the Northern Zhong is? Others do not even dare to confront the Zhongnu, and you want to go there to play?" Seeing that Zi Jingxing did not even put his words to heart, Su Mingfeng tone slowed down. "I know your father brought Zi Changzhou and Zi Changwu into officialdom and you are upset. But one do not need to use such an approach to vent it out. This is not a trifling matter, even though your martial arts skills are exceptionally strong, but the Northern Zhong terrain is complex and you have never been there." "Jingxing, do not go." Su Mingfeng Zi Jingxing found it funny. His Majesty had already given me the approval. Do you think I can still not go? Su Mingfeng was surprised for a moment and a desperate look suddenly appeared on his face. Once the emperor opened his golden mouth and spoke those jaded words, there was no reason to go back on them. With the approval of the request for commander in one's hands, there was no room for any change. Even if Zi Jingxing later changed his mind, he could not go. Seeing Su Mingfeng like this, Zi Jingxing said, "You are cursing for an accident to befall me, scoundrel." Su Mingfeng cursed and was enraged. "Why did you not discuss the matter with me? Discussing it with you would have been of any use?" Zi Jingxing did not even care as he took a cup at the side and poured tea to drink. "To me there is no difference." "You." Su Mingfeng was fuming at one end, and was also helpless at the other. He knew that Zi Jingxing had the temperament of a maverick, and when he decided on something, even 9 bulls would not pull him back. Even though they were close childhood friends, now it seems that he was the only one who was fired up. Zi Jingxin did not tell him anything, and it could be said that this was just notifying only. For this instance, this was only a notification and the request for commander was approved, and once the time came, one would need to set off. "For what reason must you go to that nuisance Northern Zhang?" Su Mingfeng walked back and forth in the room. "Do you not want to live? Do you know that if you win, it is naturally good, but if you lose, those 2 Shu younger brothers of yours will be the first to clap their hands in joy?" Su Mingfeng furiously slammed his hands in front of Zi Jingxing and said, "Are you rest assured to let them stay in the capital? Not scared that your father will say anything?" Speaking of that, he suddenly paused and looked at Zi Jingxing. "Does your father know of this matter?" Zi Jingxing shook his head. "See." Su Mingfeng said, "You are so headstrong. Marquis Zi would definitely be furious when he knows about the matter, and at that time those 2 Shu younger brothers of yours will say more things, and there is still that yin yang that is hidden so deeply in the residence. When you return from the Northern Zhang, who knows in what kind of situation the residence will be." "Zi Jingxing, you really feel at ease?" Su Mingfeng treated Zi Jingxing as a real friend, and all these words were of concern for him. Zi Jingxing smiled but looked as though he did not want to mention those matters. "When I leave the capital, you need to help me watch over the princess residence in the Ding capital." Other than the Su family, Zi Jingxing had the most contact with Princess Rongzin of the princess residence. This trip to Northern Zhang would at least take a year and a half, and no one would know how long it would take to return at worst. When Princess Rongzin know of this, she would definitely be upset for a period of time. Su Mingfeng wanted to enumerate Zi Jingxing a few more sentences, but seeing Zi Jingxing's serious expression, he could not say anything more. One only heard Zi Jingxing speaking again. "Within 2 years, it is best for the Su family to avoid the tip of the spearhead. Do not enter officialdom and just claim illness." "Oh?" Su Mingfeng felt strange. "What does this got to do with me? Is not it said that it is alright even though one enter officialdom, but deal less with the military horses? Just do what one tell you to do." Zi Jingxing swept a glance at him and stood up. "I'm leaving." "Hey!" Su Mingfeng said, You just leave like this? Why exactly did you come today?" "Farewell." Zi Jingxing shrugged but suddenly heard a putong at the door. Su Mingfeng was shocked and opened the door, and a rounded dumpling rolled in. That dumpling was born rounded and chubby. When Su Mingfeng raised him up, he patted the dust off his clothes before speaking. "Ming Lang, what are you doing here?" That chubby round dumpling was not other but the second young master of the Su family, Su Ming Lang. When he saw that there was someone else in the room and that person was Zi Jingxing, he first shrank in fear and hid behind Su Mingfeng. "Eldest brother, older sister Shen is here." "What?" Su Mingfeng did not understand what was going on, when he saw his personal servant ran from the door and said panting, "Young master, there is a young lady at the residence door looking for you." When those words were spoken, Su Mingfeng froze for a moment. He then looked towards Zi Jingxing and he gave him a smile, but yet not a smile. Su Mingfeng lightly coughed. "Nonsense. Where did I know a young lady?" "It is true." That servant said quickly. "It is said that she is the 5th lady. Born of the formidable general's residence, and she is here to have an important discussion with you. Fifth Lady, Born of the formidable general's residence. Su Mingfeng was repeating the words to sort the name out, when Su Minglang at the side jumped out. It is older sister Shen Miao. Eldest brother, it is older sister Shen Miao who is here to look for you. Shen Miao? Su Mingfeng was stunned silly, but Zi Jingxing frowned. Not to mention the Zi family, the Shen family and the Su family did not have any dealings. As for privately, Su Mingfeng did not have any friendship with Shen Miao. Shen Miao suddenly came over, making Su Mingfeng confused. He asked Zi Jingxing, could it be to look for you? Older sister Shen Miao is definitely here to look for me. Su Minglang held his face joyously. Eldest brother, let us go and see older sister Shen Miao. This. Su Mingfeng hesitated. Go. Zi Jingxing suddenly spoke, and his gaze seemed profound. Make it in your room. When Shen Miao brought Mo King into Su Mingfeng's room, she happened to see Su Minglang being brought out by a servant. The snow-fair glutinous rice dumpling was struggling to get out of the servant's hands, but at the end his efforts were futile. Since he saw her, his eyes brightened and waved his small short hands excitedly. Shen, older sister. Shen Miao stopped beside him, and a rare smile appeared on her face as she stroked his head. Why are you here? Eldest brother did not let me enter. Su Minglang was in tears. Shen, older sister, are you here to see me? The servant at the side coughed lightly and smiled apologetically at Shen Miao. Apologies to young lady Shen, young master is waiting for you inside. And that covered up Su Minglang's words. Su Minglang was clearly dissatisfied and looked at Shen Miao with full cheeks. Shen Miao laughed. I am here to speak to your eldest brother on some matters. The next time, I will look for you and bring some sweet cakes for you to eat. Hearing that, Su Minglang immediately became happy and no longer struggled. He carefully told Shen Miao not to forget the promise before leaving happily with the servant. Mo King, who was following at the back, was somewhat surprised. Shen Miao had all along been one who was not patient or kind to strangers, but has a very good temperament with Su Minglang. If one did not know, one would think that Su Minglang was her son. Mo King immediately pushed down such absurd thoughts. Not to mention that there was not much difference between Shen Miao's and Su Minglang's age. Shen Miao was still a little girl, so how could she be a mother? When Shen Miao pushed open the doors and entered, there was only Su Mingfeng alone sitting in front of a small table. Seeing Shen Miao entering and bringing Mo King, he first paused but did not obstruct and let Shen Miao enter the room. The servant at the door quickly closed the door. Mo King stood in front of the door without moving. In case anything happened, Shen Miao walked straight to Su Mingfeng and sat down in front of him. Her entire actions looked very natural, as if this was her own residence and there was no issue. But this was her first time in this residence, and before this, she did not have anything to do with Su Mingfeng. To be so undaunted to a stranger made Su Mingfeng not help but cast a sidelong glance. Shen Miao was also sizing Su Mingfeng up. In all fairness, Su Mingfeng was a clean-cut handsome youth. It was just that due to standing by the side of Zi Jingxing, a person who lit up others' eyes, most of the radiance was covered up. In fact, Shen Miao knew that Su Mingfeng was not an ordinary child of an official, and really had abilities. Unfortunately, at the end the entire Su family was destroyed due to the matter of sale of the military horses. Su Mingfeng also lost his life in that disaster, and at the end, the corpses of the Su father and son were personally collected by Zi Jingxing. The close relationship between the Su and Zi families was evident in that. Precisely because of that, the Su family had no contact with the Shen family at all. Su Mingfeng was somewhat uncomfortable with how Shen Miao was looking and lightly coughed. Young lady Shen, one do not know for what reason does one came to one's residence. My parents and eldest brother were summoned into the palace by His Majesty. Does young Master Su know why? Shen Miao asked. Su Mingfeng was somewhat baffled. The matter of the Shen family had spread to the entire Ding capital early in the morning, and every official family knew of the danger, and since they were officials in court, once there were any changes of wind and grass movement, It could be a big event. But how did the Shen family's mishaps got to do with his Su family? I do not know. Su Mingfeng replied. He really did not know the purpose of why Shen Xin was summoned to the palace, and everyone guessed that it was Emperor Wen Hua that wanted to fix the Shen family, but no one knew what were the charges. When my father was at the northwestern region, His Majesty ordered the massacre of the city, but my father did not obey and withdrew instead. Shen Miao said, so one think that His Majesty would use the offense of deceiving the monarch and disobey military orders to punish my father. Su Mingfeng jumped in shock. It was not because of the charges that Shen Miao said, but it was how easy Shen Miao told the matter to him. This matter could be considered a leverage in anyone's hands and it was not too late to cover it up, but Shen Miao actually told him so straightforwardly. Even if Su Mingfeng was intelligent since childhood, he did not know how to continue the conversation, and could only laugh dryly twice and said half-heartedly, "Oh, then what can be done? So I wish for the Su heir to help." Shen Miao said. Su Mingfeng was once again stunned. He thought it through and could not think of any relations with Shen Miao, or what kind of relations the Shen family and the Su family had for the Su family to lend a helping hand. At the situation where he was baffled, Su Mingfeng secretly glanced towards the folding screen. Young Lady Shen is joking. He quickly recovered his gaze and looked at Shen Miao before smiling gently and politely. Just what can this one do to help? Young Lady Shen most likely overestimated this one. Actually, forgive this one for speaking rudely. This matter is complicated and if one were to casually help, one fear that one will invite trouble for oneself. I cannot find any reasons to act dangerously and be a good-hearted person. Su Mingfeng said those words very skillfully. It was very polite but mercilessly rejected Shen Miao's request. Su Mingfeng himself also saw clearly that Shen Miao standing in front of him had a straightforward character, and he abandoned his usual roundabout and tactful words and straightforward stated, "No way." Shen Miao however lightly smiled upon hearing this. When she smiled, her eyes were especially clear and there seems to be some naivety. But it was only in the twinkling of an eye before that smile cooled down as she said, "Su heir, even though you have yet to enter officialdom, but your esteemed father is still in command of the military horses." Su Mingfeng slightly frowned. "Correct. Did your esteemed father spoke to Su heir that there seems to be a problem in the army horses?" Shen Miao said. This time Su Mingfeng's brow knitted even tighter as he stared closely at Shen Miao. Why does young Lady Shen say such words? Shen Miao smiled gently. I heard that there are a few minor problems in the military horses recently. Several horses were ill and there is no cure. Su Mingfeng gripped his cup tighter. Shen Miao's words were not false. These days Su Yu was busy and having a headache on this matter, but other than speaking about it secretly to a few subordinates and him, no one knew about it. Moreover, it was not possible for people outside of the military horse department to inform Shen Miao, as if the matter spread out and Emperor Wen Hua put the blame down, everyone would be fired and it would be even worse. But how did Shen Miao know about it? Su Mingfeng heard his dry voice. Young Lady Shen, where did you hear these untrue words? Untrue words? Shen Miao sighed and there was a light smile in her eyes. She got nearer to Su Mingfeng and whispered, could it be that Su heir is not afraid that this horse illness will eventually become a horse plague? Su Mingfeng's pupil enlarged. Horse plague. With Count Pingnan's cautious character and also a lifetime of experience with military horses, how could one not suspect that? Shen Miao pretended to be surprised. Could it be that it was not told to Su heir? Su Mingfeng bit his teeth and did not speak. Su Yu did not tell him. Naturally Su Yu told him that the medication was ineffective with the horse illness, and it was a foreshadow of a horse plague. A single military horse would require a lot of money to raise, and once a horse plague erupts, there will be large casualties in the military horses, and money was not only impacted. If there were not enough horses in the battlefield, then it was not possible for the army to fight. And when the blame flows down, the punishment would range from light, losing the official hat, to heavy. One may not even protect the head on the shoulders. Not only that, this horse illness came strangely, and even after consulting numerous veterinarians, There was no way out. Recently they have separated the sick horses away, but there were still a number of horses that intermittently died. If at the end it was not controlled and really became a horse plague, one feared that it would be a catastrophe. Young Lady Shen, what opinion do you have? Su Mingfeng spoke roughly, and when he was speaking, he could not help but glance towards the folding screen. Instead of being anxious, Shen Miao picked up an empty cup on the table and poured herself a cup of tea and took a sip. When Su Mingfeng saw this, he originally wanted to say something, but after thinking for a moment, he swallowed it down and opened his ears to hear. I have a way to resolve your horse difficulties, Shen Miao said. Su Mingfeng was surprised for a moment. Is that remark real? One is luckily acquainted with a veterinarian who has superior skills. One heard that he had treated the exact horse illness, and the army horse's matter can be resolved if he is found. Su Mingfeng did not speak. Shen Miao picked up the cup again to take a sip before speaking lightly. Mending the pen when the sheep is lost is not considered too late. Su'er, when the horse illness spread out widely and could not be concealed, the ones who will be suffering are not only the horses. Su Mingfeng bit his teeth and looked towards Shen Miao. For young Lady Shen to especially come over to deliver such a good strategy, one fear that there are still more words to be spoken. His eyes flashed. Perhaps one think that my Su family can provide a good strategy to help the Shen family. Please do speak. Very frank and straightforward, Shen Miao praised. Su Mingfeng laughed bitterly. How was it that he was frank and straightforward? It was clearly because Shen Miao was cunning. Previously he had already said that the Su family had no obligation to get into the muddy water and help Shen Xin, but Shen Miao directly provided the conditions for a transaction. Since she brought out the Su family most worrisome and latest matter of the army horses, one had to say that Shen Miao really know how to catch others at their soft underbelly. The matter have not been spread out, and even Su Yu and he only spoke about it privately, so he did not know how did Shen Miao knew. No matter what, after the conditions for the transaction was thrown out, he simply cannot refuse. No wonder Shen Miao did not even fawn and spoke directly. She simply had a card up her hands. Since it is a trade, no one took advantage of the other. I know that the Count of Pingnan knows a number of people in court, and as compared to my parents who are based in the northwestern region all year, the Count of Pingnan's influences are much bigger. I want to request the Count of Pingnan's and all of his colleagues' help, to unite and submit reports on my father. Submit reports? Su Mingfeng frowned. All to intercede for General Shen? Shen Miao shook her head. No. All to fault my father. Su Mingfeng was shocked. One think that the Count of Pingnan will not be willing to enter this muddy water. Shen Miao slightly smiled. So how the Count of Pingnan can be persuaded will be left to Su'er. But Su'er must not tell the Count of Pingnan of the matter of the army horses or mention about me, else the entire deal will be dissolved. Su Mingfeng could not understand. He looked up. The young lady in front of him still had the appearance of a little girl, with warm and clean brows and a naivety when she smiled, but when she did not smile, the coldness in her eyes was awe-inspiring. And that kind of pressure to another was something that even Su Yu had not even give to Su Mingfeng before. I cannot stay for long and will have to trouble Su'er to send someone to my residence upon the decision. When the matter is successful, I will naturally provide the location of the veterinarian. She stood up and slightly bowed to Su Mingfeng before saying, many thanks. Su Mingfeng quickly got up and said, definitely. Shen Miao took a glance at the folding screen and walked out of the house with Mo King. After Shen Miao had left, Su Mingfeng then released a sigh of relief and someone walked out from behind of the folding screen. Who was it other than Zi Jingxing? You have heard it all, Su Mingfeng said. One cannot make out this young lady of the Shen family more than anyone else. Zi Jingxing raised his brows and did not speak. Su Mingfeng's gaze landed on the table and the teacup that Shen Miao drank from was still there. The rim of the cup was still slightly wet. Speaking of which, that was the cup you drank from, Su Mingfeng said. You, Zi Jingxing impolitely and ruthlessly kicked him.